I was sexually abused by a family friend who had taken my sister and I out every week on his payday for a candy and a toy. He told me to keep this a secret because Mom and Dad would be mad. I kept the secret even from myself. I didn't have boundaries at home, wasn't allowed to say or do much away from home, and expressed few opinions. I formed beliefs about my safety and became a good girl and a hardworking student who eventually earned a scholarship. I had my first freedom during my marriage to the high school boyfriend I dated. That marriage didn't last. I was sexually assaulted by my boss and escaped the job by not recovering from the injury. I married a guy. I left because of domestic violence, only to return and experience psychological abuse. That marriage was very short. Therapy and a coaching program helped me turn my life around, and miraculously, I got a job and moved to Hawaii and absolutely loved being there. But I didn't escape my own history. Sexual harassment started again, and I became extremely ill, in terrible pain, and never returned to work. Eventually diagnosed with fibromyalgia, major depression, and PTSD, I withdrew and lived quietly in Hawaii with a little dog. I still have a little dog. I studied spirituality, healing, and psychology because I had lots of time. My health improved, but I was still disabled. Later, I returned home to be with my mom when she started to decline with dementia. She died. I turned 65 and relabeled myself a senior, and a retired senior, and I decided to create a new life for myself. I remembered how much coaching had helped me, and I decided to try coaching. As I worked towards my new life, my energy improved, and I could study and put in long hours, and eventually I noticed that my chronic pain was gone. I documented what I had learned about spirituality, psychology, and healing, and what I had tried and found helpful, including working deeply with my childhood wounds, adding in new insights as they arose. I decided I wanted to help women like me to heal themselves. I started a Facebook group for women with fibromyalgia. I created a 6-month signature hybrid training and coaching program to help women with fibromyalgia to heal themselves, modifying a healing approach I had learned in Hawaii based on spirituality as our essence and having our 4 bodies to fully experience life on Earth. My beliefs and suppressed feelings around all the experiences that had all the adverse experiences made me chronically sick enough to put me out of the workforce for 2 decades, experiencing the loss of $1 million in earned income. $50,000 at 20 years is quite easily $1 million. I knew that was a lot and that my experience was not unusual. So this is a huge problem and an expensive problem. I healed myself not through my own brilliance, but by being open to the right teachers who have been appearing for about 30 years. I am now ready to step fully into my mission to create a movement of women with chronic pain and fatigue, including fibromyalgia, healing ourselves. I deeply understand the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual suffering, having lived it. I understand the frustrations of a misunderstood illness like fibromyalgia that is incurable, the struggle to get well, and the whole life implications of being chronically ill. I understand that there is no easy way out, and we all need to do our own healing. I have a formula for other women to do it under my guidance, since I already have.